Hello there. I didn't take the time to level the sound, so I'm not sure if you can hear the gameplay. I'll turn it up a little bit. We'll see though once the firefight starts. Anyway, hey everybody. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to play one of my favorite games of all time, Halo Combat Evolved. Because I feel like it. So, let's get started. I'm going to play with the original graphics instead of the anniversary graphics because that's the way they live in my memory. And I'm going to play on easy because I just want to stroll on through here. And I'm also going to turn on the I would have been your daddy's skull, which changes the speech patterns of some of the characters in the game. Where is it? It's not there. Well, I guess I don't know how to turn it on. Grunt birthday party, okay. That's interesting. Oh, well, let's just play. Here we go. Mission 1. The Pillar of Autumn. So I had two friends when I was younger, Jonathan and Joshua, and they played Halo. I was pretty young when this came out, and they invited me over. We were really into Super Smash Brothers at the time, and I was a big Nintendo kid. So they got an Xbox, and they got this Halo game, and they're like, hey, Parker, come over. This is really fun. Try it out. I could not figure out how to look around. I didn't understand the first-person shooter thing, and I was like, this game sucks. I don't want to play this. Why don't you guys want to play Smash Brothers with me anymore? Well, it grew on me, and Halo became one of my favorite series ever. I was a big Halo collector up until Halo 4 came out, pretty much. And then I kind of grew out of it, but I still enjoy it very much. And it's always fun to go back and play this experience that so enticing and enthralled me and swept me away. I could play hours just, walking through these worlds and exploring all the little secrets and Easter eggs and enemy patterns, and it was really nice. I just skipped through that main thing because I need to figure out how to, there we go, switch the graphics back to the old style. That's what I want. Look at those polygons. There's so few of them.
Welcome back, sir. We'll have you battle ready stat.
I think I gotta turn up this gameplay. Can't even hear it. That's 50% of the experience.
Good. Thank you, sir.
I'm bringing your health monitors online,
I'm listening.
sir.
Okay, yeah, you guys can hear that now, I think. If I
Vital signs look normal.
stop talking
No
for a
freezer
second.
burn. Okay, sir. Go ahead and climb out of the cryo tube.
Man, I've done this hundreds of times. This exiting the cryo tube, I thought it was so cool. It's so mysterious. When this came out, there was no Master Chief was an unknown. There was nothing about him that was ubiquitous, and nobody knew who he was. Nobody knew where he came from, why he was some kind of giant robot.
I know the ordnance techs usually take care of your targeting.
Why there was
sensors.
another cryo. I always wondered,
Short of time,
why is
Chief.
this other cryo
Just look
tube
at
here
each
and
of
it's
the
empty?
flashing
Was there
panels to
another
target
Spartan
them.
in there at
When
some
you lock
time?
on, it'll change color.
Oh, it was so mysterious.
Okay,
Over time,
that
obviously,
looks
all
good.
those little mysteries got solved and filled in, and books were written, comics, TV shows were made.
Try targeting the flashing lights again.
the movie. There's a Halo
Is
Nightfall
that better,
movie.
or
And
should I switch it back?
so now come to find out that cryopod was for, I think, Linda, another Spartan. Everything's explained. Now, there's no
Okay,
mystery
try
left.
looking
That's
up
kind
and
of
down again, please.
why I
Do you want me to leave it
stopped
like that
following
or
it so
switch it back?
closely, but at the time
Okay,
it was
I'll
really
leave the picture
exciting to
normal,
think about
but
all
if
that
you want,
stuff.
you can change it yourself later. I'm ready for the energy shield test now.
Please follow me to the energy shield test station.
I've never played Inverted. I can't stand it, and I don't understand how people can do that.
Stand by to repel boarders.
It's so cool the way that they do this intro to
Okay,
this
bring his
game. You know,
energy
you're
shields online, please.
in this, you're this secretive character, and these guys are in awe of you. You'd get that if I didn't skip that cutscene. Sorry, but they're in awe of the Master Chief, and he's like, this
Okay, sir.
big
Bring them
presence on the
down to
ship,
test
and they
the
had to let him out
automatic recharge.
because something is happening. The Covenant is attacking the ship, but we still have to go through the process of powering up the armor and calibrating the look and the inversion. But meanwhile, over the PA, you could hear things happening. You can hear, prepare to repel boarders, and you can hear Captain Keyes, warning the crew. And then once this shield thing is complete, you get thrown right into the game up here in the control tower. The elites bust through and they kill that guy up there, and you're just thrust into this fight. It's such a smooth transition.
We're showing green across the board.
Really nice way to get people used to, first of all, using twin thumbsticks. At the time wasn't very
Captain, we'll have to
usual.
skip the weapons
Most people played
diagnostics
first-person
tonight.
shooters on a computer with
Aye, aye,
a mouse
sir.
and a keyboard,
The
so
skipper
using a
seems jumpy.
controller
We
was
better get
kind of
moving.
foreign to
We'll
a lot
find
of
you
people.
weapons later.
Okay, I'll leave the self-diagnostics running at least. Oh God, they're trying to get through the door.
Right, there we go. There are the elites.
No, two, please.
Sam! Sam! Come on, we've got to get the hell out of
Oh,
here.
and it was always so, where did that guy go? I always wondered, where did that elite go? I want to get him.
Alert, all hands.
I have to increase my controller sensitivity really quick. I don't know why it was all set to 1. I'm actually going to change it to 4. I'm going to set it for all the games.
Parties on port decks 4,
This
7,
way.
and 12. Baker team, move to engage.
It's just so exciting. It's like playing through a movie. Use the D-pad. Okay, my controls are all wrong here. Sorry to throw a wrench into the flow of the gameplay, but what the heck is happening? Since when is jump the D-pad? What is this? This is madness. Whoa, this is really weird. There's no option where jump is A. I don't know if I like that. I guess I'll have to get used to it. Oh, I probably should have looked at this before I started the stream, but I never expected all this weird stuff to happen. D-pad and buttons. Bumpers and triggers. What the heck is this? Auto look centering. No, don't do that. Toggle crouch. Vibration. I hate vibration. Kills my batteries. This is very odd. Okay, well, I'll try my best to figure out how to okay. Jump with the D-pad. Alright, let's get going. Enemy is mysterious at first. You don't actually interact with them really. They're seen through glass and seen through this closing door, and they're just annihilating their crew. They seem so powerful, so scary. It's really well done. this guy. If I can figure out how to use it. How do I punch? Oh, I don't know how to do anything. Maybe I'm not supposed to be able to attack yet.
Get to the bridge, double quick.
This is our first glimpse of a soldier, and he knows we're coming.
The captain needs you on the bridge ASAP. You better follow me.
He's a Marine.
Do it!
There's violence everywhere. People are injured. People are flying through the skies. Oh, I've never just been so taken away by this.
Captain Keyes is waiting for us, sir.
Right, at the time, obviously there was no lore for Halo, so these were just funny things. But when they redid the graphics, they changed it a little. How do I change the graphics? Yeah, see? There's other armor sets, and they really did a lot. I'm just gonna keep that off screen so we don't get distracted.
Captain Keyes.
I was always like, oh, what is that big
Good to
thing on
see
his
you,
back? Is that a
Master
jetpack?
Things aren't
It
going
wasn't,
well.
but they
Cortana did
later
her best, but we never really had a
retconned
chance.
that into being a
It doesn't
jetpack.
have
In
any
Halo
superior
4, the
battleships
opening
against
movie,
a
all the
single
Spartans have a
Hestia
jetpack on their
cruiser.
back for some
With those
reason.
odds, I'm content with 3. Make that 4 kills. Sleep well?
No thanks to your driving, yes.
So you did miss me.
Man, look at that animation.
Report.
Love that.
It
So
must have been
janky.
one of their boarding parties. I
So
guess
classic.
an antimatter charge.
Ma'am, fire control for the main cannon is offline.
Captain, the cannon was my last offensive option.
All right, then. I'm initiating Cold Protocol Article 2. We're abandoning the Autumn. That means you too, Cortana.
Captain Keyes
While you do what,
has a
go down
pipe.
with
He's
the
smoking
ship?
a pipe
In a manner
inside of a
speaking.
spaceship, but
The
it's not
object
lit.
we found,
He's
I'm
just
gonna try and land the Autumn on it.
With all due respect,
He's a
sir,
cool
this
guy.
war has enough dead
he's
heroes.
cool under pressure. He knows what to
I
do.
appreciate your concern, Cortana, but it's
He
not
has a
to me.
friend who's a holographic
The protocol
lady.
is clear. Destruction or capture of a shipboard AI is absolutely unacceptable, and that means you're leaving ship. Lock in a selection of emergency landing zones, upload them to my neural lace, and then sort yourself for a heart transfer.
Aye, aye, sir.
Which
I
is
just love that
where
they
you
never
kind of
explain
choose.
why we're running.
Get Cortana
They open the game
off
with
this ship.
Cortana
You're safe
saying
from the
that
enemy.
these
If
aliens
they
aliens
capture her,
followed
they'll
us from
learn
Reach, but
everything.
no one knows what
Forced
Reach is.
deployment, weapons
We know now
research.
that that's a planet, a human planet.
I understand.
We didn't know that at the time, so we were just like, what's going on?
The
It was
Autumn
so
will
mysterious. It
continue
was so,
evasive maneuvers until you initiate a landing
you know,
sequence.
we were just thrown into
Not
the
that
middle
you'll
of it.
listen, but I'd suggest letting my
seems like
subroutines handle the final approach.
There's a story
Excellent
before
work, Cortana. Thank
that
you.
just,
Are you
you know,
ready?
just begs to be heard. As with most
Yank me.
popular media, when they actually go and tell you the story before, it's not as satisfying as you'd hoped. It never is.
Good luck, Master
The
Chief.
wondering is always much more satisfying than finding out what they've decided actually is the groundwork
Your
for whatever story
architecture
you've been
isn't much
thrown into
different from
midway.
the Autumn's.
Don't get any funny ideas.
I don't keep it loaded, son. You'll have to find ammo as you go.
Right? He says, I don't keep it loaded, so you'll have to find ammo as you go. Why do you have an unloaded pistol on you, first of all, Captain Keyes? That's weird. But then it teaches you that in the game, you have to pick up and find ammo. It's a little way of explaining the mechanics of the game in the universe. Oh, I've explored every nook and cranny of this command deck. Right? Why can we go down here? There's no reason, really. It's just cool. And if you happen to fall down here, then you learn how to use a ladder.
We need to get going, Chief. We need to get off the
I
ship
found
before
out
it's
that
completely
if you,
overrun by command.
you can punch. Once I walk out of this room, Master Chief will unholster his pistol. You can punch and kill the flight crew. If you kill enough of them, well, then they start to fight against you, and then soldiers get sent in, and you can fight them, and it's just kind of a fun little mini game in and of itself. Anyway, this is our first opportunity that we have to fight the Covenant. And obviously they send grunts first thing, the easiest enemy in the game. Give you a chance to sort of find out how to fight them. Alright, I gotta figure out how to reload. It's on the D-pad for some reason. Look at this guy. Just hanging out. Poor fella. I still haven't figured out how to punch. How do I punch? Oh, there it is. Alright, now we have an assault rifle that requires
Those Marines could
reloading.
use some help, Chief. Do what you do best.
This is all little subtle little things that teach you how to play the game, teach you how to reload. Sometimes you'll pick up weapons that aren't full. They don't have a full clip. They teach you here now that we have Marines. You have AI characters that can fight on your side. They can sort of hold their own, but they're not as powerful as you, obviously, because you're a giant cyborg soldier. It gives you that sense of teamwork, even though this is single player.
Lost contact. Let's find. I know you're there. Where'd it go? All clear over here.
Ah, it's really weird to reload using the D-pad. The Covenant have weapons, and you can pick them up.
That'll teach you.
For some reason, the Y button makes me walk backwards. This is weird. I don't even know how do I switch weapons?
Search.
Oh my gosh.
Right, I can't see anything.
Okay, down on the D-pad switches weapons. I'm gonna keep the pistol and the AR, two favorite weapons in this game. Alright, see, look, punch in the back. That's a learning lesson. You can punch enemies in the back for a one-hit kill.
That'll do him. What the hell? Did something
I
just
love
hit
these
us?
little
Move in.
in-game tutorials. They don't stop and give you a bunch of words on them. They let you play it. If you're curious, see where the Covenant come from. This is the inside of their dropship. But
go out
in
and they
here,
come in.
there's something called the overshield. Increases your shields and lets you take more hits. This is an ammo station. It's not that obvious, honestly, but I just picked up some ammo. This is where you learn you have a flashlight. For those spooky situations that we get in the later game with the Flood, which is an excellent enemy that's introduced about halfway through the game. And this is our first example of branching paths toward a goal that we can choose either way we want to go. It also allows the enemies to sneak up on us and shows that they have relatively advanced AI that can flank you and surprise you. You learn in this game that you've got to be clever to outsmart the enemy. This game utilizes health packs, which were at the time pretty usual, but a few years later the health packs were kind of phased out for the regenerating health system that a lot of the Call of Duty games use. Gears of War uses it, where you get shot and your screen starts to turn red or gets covered in blood splatter or something. You just gotta have to wait for it to go away and your health regenerates. I can't think of a Halo game that doesn't use health packs. Maybe Halo 4, I'm not sure, but first introduction to energy get a new overshield until yours is fully depleted. Gun. What are you doing, sir?
Report to evac stations now.
Man, still, it's like a decade later, this game is still so satisfying to play. It's so fun. Where does this go? Let's check it out. I don't remember. Is this where I just came from? Maybe. No, this is the right way. Oh, this is a good. See, this is a multi-level. That gives you a demonstration of some verticality in the gameplay. First campaign mission.
There it is.
Once you get rid of everybody, the doors start to open and release more enemies, which is a taste of. It also teaches you that you have to backtrack to get back downstairs. There's a lot of backtracking in this game. You get a lot of use out of the same gameplay spaces by making you go back to them again and again.
Whoa!
But they mix it up with enemy placement, enemy variation, and they're so fun. It's just like not that big a deal to play them again.
Fall back to evac station.
Are these gunshots a little too loud?
I found him.
I think they might be a little too loud. I'm gonna turn the gameplay down just a smidgen so I don't deafen you guys. Sorry, I just noticed that it was a little loud. It might be louder than my voice even. Look at this guy, thinks he's cool. This is my buddy. He's gonna go run over there for now.
All hands, this is the captain. Prepare to abandon ship. Combat teams, repel.
I love this part. They give you a view of the escape pods heading
The
out.
life pods are launching. We should hurry.
Right, that's what we're heading for. We're trying to get off the ship. We're not all making it.
Covenant are destroying the
I
life
just love the
pods.
ambience of this
They
game.
don't want us on that ring.
any
Warning,
grenades
blast doors
yet.
closing.
That's the last thing they teach you in this game. Grenades.
We have to use the ship's maintenance
No,
access.
there's no going back now. See?
Follow the nav point. It will lead you to an opening.
This is also the first waypoint that we get. Flashlight is a necessity in this area. In this little labyrinth. We do retread this at in a later game. It's a really good callback right back to this exact hallway, but it's filled
Detecting
with
Covenant movement
the
outside
flood.
the access ways.
the
Activating motion
other
tracker.
enemy
Let's
faction.
find a safe exit.
It's much more tense than right now. Alright, see, this hallway is filled with enemies.
We're too close. We need to find another route. Motion tracker
Enemies
shows
so
all clear.
sneaky.
Wait. We need to get
This is a mechanic that's never used again.
explosion.
I can punch this
Analyze it.
door open. I don't think there
The
are any
door's
other
control mechanism
instances
is
of punching
offline.
open a
Let's
door
take a shot
in the
at
whole
it.
game.
You should be able to bash
That
it
was-
open with the butt of your weapon.
One that probably fell by the wayside in later development.
Combat teams, Sierra.
This is a real stealth tutorial. If you're real cool and clever, not like me, you can punch many of the enemies in the back and have to get through this without a real firefight, but I used to be able to clean up this whole hallway when I was a kid. That's firing a single shot. This is one of my favorite parts. This is the command deck that we were looking into from the beginning of the game. That's the cryopod we came out of, and the elites have come down there and they were going to try and assassinate me while I was asleep. Master Chief, too smart for them.
It looks like the Covenant wanted to catch you back.
It's so cool to come right back around to where the game started and what you see. That little guy was looking at up there. It's so neat. So in the remastered edition I was talking about earlier, the other cryopod, they included information about that other cryopod. So that's Master Chief's pod. It's labeled Master Chief. Huh. It's not there. There was, I've seen. Oh, maybe it's on the other side. Yeah, see? This is Linda, who is a member of Master Chief's Blue Team squad that was established in one of the novels. Apparently she dies here, but I don't think she's not really dead because she's the main character in Halo 5. It's an example of fleshing out the mystery. See, that was mysterious. Who was that? We didn't know, but then they made it. This pistol is a beast of a weapon in this game. You can kill people from miles away. It's basically a handheld sniper rifle. Maybe able to tell I've memorized some of the enemy positions. I know exactly where they're going to be standing because I've done this so many times in my life. You'd think the player would be tempted to run right out this door, but over here is a special little area where you can sneak up behind everyone. Reward exploration, which is another big part of this game. It's relatively linear, but there's a lot of big open fields for you to choose from on your way where
you're going. The damage to the superstructure is extensive. I don't know how much more use you gotta take.
This game is also one of my first. Marty O'Donnell's video game scores are some of the best ever. Incredible video game music composer. One of his first big breaks was writing the Flintstones Vitamins song, from what I understand. Writing some incredible music today.
One last lifeboat. Quickly, get aboard before it launches.
The soundtrack from Halo ODST is incredible.
Now would be a very good time to leave.
Punch it.
Aye, sir. We're disengaged, going for minimum safe distance.
We're gonna make it, aren't we, sir? I don't want to die out here.
Look at what a cool guy Master Chief is. He's like, oh no, I don't need a seatbelt. I'll just stand here and look behind you. We'll just watch out the front of the spaceship as we crash onto an alien world that's shaped like a ring.
Hell if I know. We're landing on it.
I knew it. The Autumn's accelerating. Keys is going in manual.
Heads up, everyone. This is it. We're entering the ring's atmosphere in 5.
You sure you wouldn't rather take a seat?
We'll be fine.
If I still had fingers, they'd be crossed.
So what we just played is essentially the prologue, the tutorial level of the game. It's all cramped spaces. There's no, open spaces. There's no sky. You're inside a spaceship. You're fighting. You're learning. We come to the next level, Halo, and the very first thing we do is step out into this, what at the time was a pretty large open level for a shooter game.
We're coming in too fast.
And this is where the game really shone for me. I would love just watching the enemies move around this space. There are some flying enemies in Banshee ships that fly around and try to get you. And
Chief? Chief, can you hear me? At last. Are you all right? Can you move?
see, those guys were stupid because they put their seatbelts on. Master Chief, no seatbelt, and he survived just fine.
The others.
This game is not teaching you the best lessons in life.
There's nothing we can do.
There's a lot of ammo and stuff. Like, look, here we are. This is Halo. Can you imagine playing this and seeing this for the first time?
Warning. I've
Just
detected multiple
imagining
Covenant dropships on approach.
walking all over this
Recommend
world.
moving
I mean,
into
you don't
those
really get to
hills.
walk all over the
We're
world
lucky. The Covenant
because
will
it's
believe
huge.
that everyone
But
aboard this lifeboat died in a crash.
just the sense of awe and the hint of exploration is really exciting at the time. It still is. You know, what is that planet? What is this world called? What is this moon? It just, you just wonder. And you're given free reign here to walk around, pretty much get your bearings, look around. But as soon as you cross this bridge, then the gameplay starts and the enemies come in a dropship and scout your crashed pod.
Alert. Covenant dropship
Right, see?
inbound.
Oh, that's the
You must be
dropship.
looking for
That's the
survivors.
spirit.
I
That's what it's called, a
recommend
spirit.
evasion.
They're the Banshees. They fly up there in the sky and they get you. It's all coming back to me now. Oh, it's so fun. If I could figure out how to switch weapons, I would. It really feels like the enemies have an agenda of their own in this game, you know? They're investigating where you just landed. They followed you down from your crashed ship. And they really want you for some reason. It makes you wonder who this Master Chief character is and why is he so important. So you have the option to go back over there and fight those enemies if you want to. Or you can just keep going and let them do their thing. This guy seems to have a death wish. He was running right at me. So you can ignore. I can ignore these guys. I don't have to do anything to them. The Banshees you kind of have to take care of because they'll follow you around the map. This is our first introduction to vehicle combat. You're gonna have to watch out. There are vehicles around, and vehicle play in a single. It's so fun. There's tanks, there's cars, there's jeeps, there's flying ships that, you know, I should actually not. You don't get to fly the Banshee. I don't know if you actually get to fly it on purpose in this game, but there are ways to get one. They introduced Banshee gameplay much more heavily in the future games because it's such a cool vehicle. I used to jump up on this rock, get out the pistol, and just pick these guys off from a distance when I was a young man playing this game. And if I could get all the grunts before the elite came charging at me, then I was good. Boy, it's really hard to play with all the controls different. There's another grunt over there, but the elite is charging at me now. That made things a little more difficult. Back when I was a kid trying to figure out how to play this. just walked into a rock because I wasn't looking at the TV screen.
I'm reading a lifeboat beacon over the next hill. We should check to see if there are any survivors.
Another dropship. Then you come into a firefight in mid battle. It's just so exciting. Seems like a lot of the battles in this game kind of come into them as they're happening. It makes it seem like you're actually existing in a world where things aren't going right. You know, you meet up with a team. They have a captain. I think this is our first introduction to Sergeant Johnson, who becomes a key player in the Halo franchise in general. He's a super cool dude with bad attitude and a cigar. And he don't take no guff from nobody. You get a hint that this is a serious battle because there's a big, massive store of ammunition. I love this part. Oh, there's Sergeant Johnson. You can tell because he wears a hat. Oh, wait, that's not him. Yeah, it is. That's Sergeant Johnson, the man himself. This is also our first introduction to a new enemy, Jackal, who carries a shield. They were tough because they can hunker down and block your shots. These ones aren't really doing it. They're running away, not being very cooperative. But there's a good variety of enemies in this game for sure, in the series for sure. All right, look at all the ammo that's scattered around. This is signaling that this is going to be a serious challenge. I'm playing it on easy mode, so it's not really a serious challenge, but it would be. It would also be a little harder if I didn't know exactly where all the spirits were going to land, because I've done this 100 times. It's so cool that they come in waves. You know, you can see them coming. There's one leaving. There's one coming. They're coming at you. They just never stop. They eventually stop, obviously, but it seems like you're like, how are we going to do this? How are we going to hold out? The soldiers that you've come to the rescue of weren't going to make it unless Master Chief came and was able to wipe out these bad guys for him. Which is another good gameplay mechanic, is they, instead of basically telling you you're a super cool super soldier and you're the best guy in the whole galaxy, yada yada yada, they make you do things that feel like they can only be done by a super cool super soldier and the coolest guy in the galaxy. It's much better to make the player feel like a hero than to say, you're a hero. This might be the last wave. That sticky plasma grenade is so cool. That is new. You can throw grenades from a mile away if you're good enough and stick it to a character and blow them up. There's nothing they can do about it. It's so neat. Alright, here comes the cavalry.
Roger, Echo 419.
Oh, Hammer. Echo 419. This is our introduction to vehicular gameplay and exploration with the Warthog, which is one of the best, most fun video game vehicles ever.
If those lifeboats make it down, the Covenant are going to be right on top of them.
It somehow combines an extremely heavy-duty four-wheel vehicle with floaty, slidey, tail-whipping mechanics, and it's just, it's so much fun to play. How do I get in here? It's also, you can fill it up with soldiers. There's obviously a guy in the gunner seat, which is good. But I want Sergeant Johnson to join me in the passenger seat. So he can banter with us as we drive.
Ready to roll!
See, it really feels like you're rescuing people on this world, and it feels like you're really accomplishing something. Alright, here's one of the most fun things that we used to do when I was a kid. There's a giant cliff up ahead, a giant gorge, right? Oh, look how floaty this car is. Oh, it's the best. Anyway, when I was a kid, we would drive off instead of driving down the ramp like an insane person, we would drive off the edge of the gorge and try to do as many cool flips as possible without blowing the car up. Look at that, landed it perfectly. But that's the kind of thing. And the Marines scream. That was funny. This is a classic line Cortana's going to give us right now.
Someone built it, so it must lead somewhere.
This is not a natural formation.
I've hacked into the Covenant
Someone
battlefield.
built this.
We're actually broadcasting tactical
You mean this
power
isn't a
on
natural
uncontrolled
cave?
channels. We should show them who they're dealing with.
Just like this ring
Master
world
Chief,
isn't a
you're going
natural
to use your
formation in
ship's transcom
space?
system to monitor their chatter.
Oh man, I'm still getting used to driving this thing again. Excuse my driving skills. I don't remember this little hallway. Yeah, see, there's just like a lot of little nooks and crannies that make you wonder. Well, why is that there? What is this? A good Warthog driver could get you through this without having to stop and look around. Do a jump. And these are all little hidden loading screens. All these twists and turns and hallways. Look at the mystery. You come into this and you're just like, what is this? Who made this? Why is this here? It's so cool inside. Oh, it's so exciting. There's something about a game where you can drive and you can just let your computer-powered players, the non-player characters, just wreck with a chain gun and not have to worry about getting blown up.
Can't hide from me. I see him.
Oh, this is the best. I love this. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get these guys into safety and get out and do some shooting of my own. So what we were supposed to do is drive up to this and be like, oh no, how do we get across? There's no way to get across. And then we were supposed to explore that area over there and activate the bridge. Well, I didn't go the right direction because I knew that the control panel was up there. So pretend that I just explored that normally. And now I've discovered that I have to go investigate that flashing, blinking panel over there. What could it be? Oh, now that guy's more powerful see because he's red. That's how you know. He's a different color than the rest. Alright, let's go see what that panel does. What is that? Ah, isn't that cool? Hollow bridge. There's a really cool effect with the tires of the Warthog if you skid, if you do a little tail slide on that bridge. It looks really cool. I'll show you. Alright, let's go check it out. Little shortcut here. It's really weird jumping with the D-pad. Gonna have to figure out how to fix those controls. Alright, watch this. Watch the tires. Oh, isn't that cool? Another cool thing that the cool people used to do back in the day was if you jumped the Warthog off of this little ramp, and you spun it around, tail spun it so that it landed wheels down on that lighted area right there, you could drive all the way down to the bottom and just explore that foggy abyss down there. There wasn't anything down there, but just the fact that you could get to it was really fun. There's a lot of spots in this game, the first game of the Halo series, that Halo 2 has them too. You could get to a lot of places that weren't intended to get to, and it added a lot to the replayability, and it helped the community sort of bond together in pursuing and then showing off reaching these kinds of inaccessible places.
Captain Keyes and the other survivors, we have a chance to coordinate an effective resistance.
That's one of the reasons that Halo stuck around so strongly as a series over the course of however many years, 10 years plus, is that a community formed around it in exploration and in competitive gameplay and in doing tricks and in uncovering Easter eggs and trying to flesh out that mysterious story. In those early few years when people were just trying to figure things out, it was so fun when somebody would come up with a fun theory about why there was an extra bridge over here or what that planet did or yada yada yada. So this is an extrapolation of that initial Pillar of Autumn level where you have a couple of branching options of where you can go. There are 3 camps of Marines here that we have to go and rescue from being attacked by the Covenant, but we can do them in any order, and so you can play this level many times and it feels different each time. I'm gonna go over this way first just because it's the closest.
Lifeboat detected. No sign of survivors.
All the camps are indicated by these flashing blue lights, and they're all guarded by Covenant. I'm gonna let the gunner take these guys out so they're not here when we come back. Or maybe try and run them over. It's so easy to flip this car over. That's the only downside of its floaty gameplay mechanic. So we have 3 different gameplay spaces. They all contain, for the most part. Well, no, you know what? One of them contains this little base shooting a mysterious beam of light up into the sky. One of them is a sort of a rocky sniper nest kind of a thing. And then the other is sort of a labyrinth of big boulders. You'll see all of them as I go through them, but it's really clever to sort of design 3 levels really all combined into just one gameplay space and one level. It allows you can try one strategy in one spot, and if it doesn't work, then you can try another strategy in another spot. In the sniper's nest area, you get a sniper rifle and you get to play around with that for the first time. But if you're kind of a lazy bones player like me, you can drive around and let your gunners take care of all the enemies, and you just get to practice your drifting skills. You do have to get out here and go under the base and take out the enemies in order to fully liberate these guys. I think they're held prisoner underground. I'm just gonna get out of the car here and continue with this.
Search the interior of those guns before we leave.
Here's the door. Alright, things don't look so good down here for these guys. Oh, there's a bud. There's a human man. Here they are. They're in here fighting for their lives. I just gotta help them stay alive.
I've called for an evac.
Here you go, guys.
Roger that. Marines, assemble for evac.
utilizing my grenades very much. Alright, I see a lot of... Oh yeah, there's a guy. I was gonna say, I see a lot of enemies on the map. But since there's so many layers and levels to this map, I gotta do a little exploration of all the baddies. Alright, so here you can see here, Foehammer's coming in now. That means that we have successfully cleared this location. All the human survivors will come out from underground and they will get in the Pelican. Human air vehicle is called the Pelican.
One near a rock slide, and another near the head of the river.
My boys are still just chilling here waiting for me.
Looks like there are more
See, you can watch them fly in.
Acknowledged. We're on our way.
And if you, this is also a little reload. If you've accidentally lost any of your gunners in your vehicle, some of the surviving people from each of these little camps will jump in and fill in if you need them. Mine haven't died yet, so they all just get in and fly away. So let's move on to another group of survivors. Let's go out the way we came in. I'll try not to flip the car over.
Oh, yeah!
There, straight ahead. We'll go that way.
Back me up! What the?
On the left side is the exit to the area we were just in. Look at that. See, the gunner took out a Banshee. I didn't even notice. Let's go. See it? Let's look over here. Let's just see what this is about. There's nothing down here. It's just cool to look at. I also love that as you come back into this space, we were already in this space and there were no Banshees, there were no flying vehicles. We came back out, the Covenant had upped their patrols and things got a little more dangerous. Oh no! See? Oh, I flipped the car over. Ah, jeez. Oh, jeez, I flipped the car over right onto that guy. Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's roll!
Well, now see, all right, this is the sniper, the sniper's nest area.
Over here!
Survivors are sitting up at the top of that bank on the other side of this structure. There's a sniper rifle up there. I like to grab it and see how many enemies I can take out from up there. But first I'll try and clear them out down here a little bit with the car. So quit jumping out of my way. A lot faster.
Hide from me!
There's some Marines hiding in the hills above the structure.
Stay on target!
Alright, that's enough. Let's just snipe them from the top.
Come on!
Another thing to do is to park the Warthog like so.
You're a sight for sore eyes, Chief.
Get out and make Johnson give you the gun and sort of hit him from afar with the chain gun. But you got it, see, I did a little on the right spot, so I can't hit that guy. Can't aim down far enough, darn it. So let's
Covering fire!
use a sniper rifle for fun. Where's that guy? I just saw him down there. Whoa, whoa, who's shooting at me?
Move! More!
Got him. Oof, he ran all the way up here. They're not supposed to run all the way up here. My biggest fan's checking in. Hey, biggest fan. Thank you. Oh, you FaceTime called me. Sorry I didn't answer. I'm in the middle of something right now. Oh no, Johnson's dead. No! I killed one of the main characters of the game. He'll come back. He has plot armor. Alright, is that it? Yep, that's it. Foehammer's coming in.
And ready for another pickup. approach when ready.
Alright, so now this soldier's gonna come
Going
get
to
in my
look for the
car.
last lifeboat at
He
the
knows what's up.
419. Good luck.
Oh, hi, Weenas. Sorry, Weenas. I didn't acknowledge your comment. I've never played Soul Reaver. Is that a good one? Maybe I'll pick it up. I do have an original Xbox I can hook up and play this with. Alright, let's go rescue the last group of surviving soldiers. Marines. These are the Marines in this game, are the branch of military that the Master Chief happens to work with. In later games they bring in some army.
Warning. I picked up
And,
reports that the Covenant has located and secured the Pillar of Autumn's crash site.
I guess Master Chief's technically part of the Navy.
Who's the captain still alive? The bad news is that the Covenant have captured the
I
entire
think, based on
surviving command.
my recollection of the story structure.
Let's hurry and find the final lifeboat so we can link up with the rest of the survivors.
But I don't really know. Alright. So see that flat piece of rock up there?
More of them.
I like to jump the Warthog up there and take all these guys out with the chain
Survivors
gun.
detected. Marines are concealed in those rocks.
Oh, the car is called a Warthog. Maybe I've said Warthog a couple times and you don't know what I'm talking about. The car that we're driving in is called a Warthog. All the vehicles in this game are named after, all the human vehicles are named after animals. The Pelican is the airplane thing. This is the Warthog. The tank is called the Scorpion. And all the Covenant, all the alien vehicles are named after ghosts, or supernatural entities. There's a ghost, there's the spirit, there's a phantom. The flying one's called a Banshee.
Crap! Pile out!
Yeah, this is the spot. Take them out far. The only thing is you can't take out these vehicles in this game. You can't take out the drop ships. There's nothing you can do. You just get hit. That's all there is to it. Just gotta take your knocks. Alright. Oh, there's some guys. I can't get them. They're too low. They've gone low. Dang it, my car's not parked in the correct position. I might have to, no, I'll get him. I might have to get out of the car and actually play the game like it was meant to be played. What a drag. Or I could let the Marines, who are friggin' boss, just take care of themselves. Look at these guys. Oh, Johnson's back. See? I told you he'd come back. He's fine. Look at these guys. They can take care of themselves. They don't need me. I seem to remember there was an elite over here I gotta take care of, but... Oh, yeah, there he is. Got him. That's a big group. Oh, that sniper, that Marine sniper is really helped me out. He's got better aim than I do. There are my boys up there. I don't think they can get down. I'm gonna have to get them down so they can get rescued. Let me take care of that before I finish off the last round or else the level will end. Excuse me, Johnson. Get out of the way. Oh, look how floaty this is. It's so fun. So fun and floaty. Yeah, let's take this down. Let's take these guys down so they can get in the dropship when we leave. Come on, guys. Get in the car, sir. Get in the car, sir. Sir, Let's go. Hopefully this doesn't flip over. Ah, frick. Alright, well, they're fine. Whoa, there's a lot of guys over here. Whoa, there's a lot of guys all around. I want to keep as many of my soldiers alive as possible. As a point of personal pride. Ooh, shields are down. Those overcharged blasts take your shield completely down. Very annoying. Health pack. That's what it looks like when you use a health pack.
I'm on my way.
New traffic on the Covenant BattleNet. I found Captain Keyes.
Wow, it's already been an hour? Oh my gosh, this time has flown by.
The Truth and Reconciliation, a ship I disabled before we abandoned the Autumn.
That's how you know a game's fun, I guess.
Truth and Reconciliation touched down on a desert plateau.
It's so fun, it's giving me
300
hiccups.
kilometers upspin. There's our ride. Get aboard and let's get out of here.
Alright, you guys, get in.
Master Chief. Ready for dust off.
What are you doing? Don't just stand there. Get in the thingy. Oh, here they come. No? Yeah, here they come. Come on, boys. These two guys aren't meant to be a part of this group, I don't think, as their AI is not clicking because I brought them in the car. Yeah, these guys are going to stay behind and hold down the fort. I'll get in and fly away. Later, guys. Have fun down here.
We should move out, Lieutenant, and then we'll need your help on a rescue mission.
And that was the level Halo.
The enemy has captured Captain Keyes and are holding him aboard one of their cruisers, the Truth and Reconciliation. The ship is currently holding position approximately 300 meters above the other end of this plateau.
Alright, you know what? I'm going to call it at this point. It's been a good hour. Got through 2 levels, so next time we'll pick up at Truth and Reconciliation.
That's our ticket in.
Very, very
Once we
excellent
get
sneaky
inside the
level
ship,
that combines
we should be able to lock
large
onto
outdoor
the tracking
spaces with
system
the
Captain Keyes
tight,
World
cramped
implants.
corridors of a Covenant cruiser.
Get 'em, Marines. Go, go, go. The core
Thanks
ain't
for
paying
watching.
by the hour.
Stick to the higher ground to the right. We
hope
should be
everybody's
able to
doing well
recon the Covenant position without
in
being
quarantine.
spotted. I've detected Covenant
we'll
stationary guns
see you next
on the
time.
pass. I recommend using your sniper rifle to take out the gunners while I call for Marine support.
Get ready to move in to support us, Sergeant. The Master Chief is going to covertly take